Hey everyone, welcome to my channel Magic Saucier, and I want to do a timeless February 22nd, 2022 portal reading. Because at first I wasn't going to do it because I'm like, dang, there's so many people out there who have all these videos, but I'm pretty sure whoever clicks on this video, this message may resonate with you. And it may be a source of inspiration, or it may just be something that you need to hear to motivate you. Um, I also believe that days like this that are kind of auspicious and that will never really repeat itself, especially in our lifetimes. I always feel like the energy that comes along with it, or the message that comes along with it, is something that can be tapped into at any given point in time. Just like things that have occurred in history, we always go back at those things, or back to those things, and kind of learn something from it, or gain some sort of inspiration from whatever it is that we are, looking at. Um, and I just feel like it's the same thing as far as messages and stuff like that. I don't think you really need to be attentive, on this day to receive this gift, or the energy of today at a later date. So let's get into it. So I wanted to do three different things. So, and this is going to be a collective read. What is it as a collective do we need to release? What is it as a collective are we receiving? And what energy is being unlocked onto the collective, or onto this world, or onto the consciousness that we all seem to be a part of? So, and then, I just kind of wanted to talk about what kind of this date kind of signifies to me. Two, it's about balance. It's about two important integral parts of a system that need to work together, that need to flow together in order for the whole to work. And this is a time of communication. Not only communication with other people, but communication within yourself, between any important part of yourself that you necessarily haven't communicated with. This could be locked away memories. This could be your inner child. This could be your higher self, your lower self. This could be your angels, your demons, like whatever it is, like a part of you that you don't necessarily communicate with. I feel like this is an energy or a time for you to be able to communicate with that part, because that part, and the part that is conscious, or the part that is watching this video, or the part of you that is aware, needs to communicate with some hidden part, or some part of you that isn't or hasn't been communicated with thoroughly. Because there's always some part of us that's locked away, or something about us that we can learn. Because we're always ever evolving. So our past self always learns from our future self, okay? Or our future self can always learn something from our past. And, two is about communication. It not only is it communication between the masculine and feminine, but it's communication, between different states of consciousness. It's communication between you and spirit, and it's communication between you and your family, and you and yourself. And in turn, by allowing that avenue of communication between you and whatever it is that you really don't interact with, that is where the elevation for the collective kind of lies. So, twos, when we talk about communication, we're also talking about our understanding, or our interpretation, our perceptive our perception of things, because we communicate with the outside world through our senses, and then our mind ends up interpreting things in various ways. And that is a major part of our communication, is our perceptive, our thoughts, our thinking patterns. And when we allow ourselves to go outside the boundaries of thought, or what it is that we believe, and allow ourselves to perceive something higher, that is another point where the collective can elevate. So twos aren't just about relationships as far as romantic, family, or friends. Relationships go as far as you going to running across someone at the store, your relationship with nature, your relationship with animals, or your relationship with the different subjects that in life. So I just think that this is like an important day for us to elevate as a collective, but it's through communication, and it's through balance, and it's through a process of giving and receiving. And I definitely feel more so this is on the receiving end. I don't feel like this day is filled with a lot of activity, that a lot of doing. Sometimes a lot of people think that when you have these certain days that we need to really be in a process of manifesting, or being active, or doing rituals, or you know what I mean. Like, sometimes the best thing is to receive. And then when you allow yourself to receive, you can act on whatever information is being imparted to you. And that in itself can be a ritual. Because like I said, giving and receiving is a part of communication. And the portal is a source of giving, right? It's a source of opening something up to be available to you in order for you to receive something from. But in order for you to receive, you have to give your attention, or at least give a space in your mind to be able to receive. But anyways, I digress. Hopefully I didn't talk too much. But okay, so let's do this. What does the collective need to let go during this February 22nd, 2022 portal? Ooh, that was kind of quick. Okay, so feminine. I believe this is like kind of what I've been speaking on. Feminine aspects. Feminine aspects are about receiving. So what you need to let go of is control. You need to let go of trying to manipulate a situation, because to be feminine, or to act in your feminine in a feminine trait, I guess, for the lack of better words, or to operate in your divine feminine, is to be in a receiving position. And that means not being active, not forcing anything, not manipulating anything, but knowing that whatever is for you is going to come to you. Knowing that the answer that you seek is coming to you. So you just have to be in a place of knowing, okay? Because this is kind of like, what's coming to my mind is like women's intuition. When like, I know everybody is intuitive, but we're talking about divine feminine. So when we're talking about feminine or women having some source of intuition, we're talking about a knowing, a gut feeling, an instinct. And when you have that knowing, that gut feeling and instinct, you really don't question it, really, do you? Like if you're sure, if you have that faith, you don't question it. You just brace yourself what is to come, or you open yourself to receive. It just depends on your attitude about it. You know, are you in fear of what's coming? Are you in a place of being happy about what's coming? Are you being in a place of nervousness about what's coming? Because those feelings that you place on whatever it is you're anticipating really affects the receptive process. So we have to be open to whatever it is that is coming our way, and use our perception to really shape that. So if it's something that is of the unknown and it brings up like a source of fear, then that is a time for you to communicate within yourself. Find the place in yourself that you need to communicate with to figure out why it is that you have that fear. If it's confusion, why is it that you have that confusion? You know, and it's like, and if you have that joy, figure out what is it that's bringing you that source of joy. You know, getting to the root cause of things is truly what makes us grow. Because like this flower here, you know, flowers don't grow without roots. So getting down to the root of things, that is your source and potential of growth, okay? And that's where like the magic happens. Okay, so what is it that the collective is receiving during this February? Okay, they came out quick. So there's two cards here. We have Guardian, okay, and we also have Intention. So what is it that we're receiving is divine protection and guidance, and whatever it is our intentions are focused on, and really not second guessing where that source of inspiration is coming from, because your guidance, your spirit guides, your whatever it is that your belief system is rooted in, they are going to be the ones to kind of guide you in the right direction. And truly, that gut instinct, that feeling, is from your spirit guides. It's from your higher self. It is from whatever it is that you base your belief system in. That is what is gonna guide your intention. So as soon as you stay in intention, you know, you have to be in a place of knowing. And if you're in a place of knowing, then you should be able to direct your perception towards that knowing. And if it is outside of anything but happiness or joy, it is the time to really figure out what is the root cause for that. And not only if it's out of fear or confusion, but if it's out of happiness, figure out what is the root cause of that, and make that a pattern for whatever it is, you know, that you try to achieve from this point forward. Okay, so what else? Okay, what is being unlocked? What is the energy being unlocked for the collective for this February 22nd, 2022 portal? Okay. Fulfillment. I mean, this is almost like full circle. And I kind of wanted to speak on that prior. Is that whatever it is that you've kind of been thinking about, or whatever it is that needs to be coming to the surface or bubbling up to the surface that you need to focus on, it's came full circle. You know, it's it's almost like one of those things where it was a matter of time before it actually got to the point to where you couldn't really ignore the elephant in the room. That is the energy really kind of brewing around this portal is fulfillment, or things coming full circle, or showing you how to reach your fulfillment, or showing you what it is you need to do in order to really obtain the fulfillment that you're looking for. And the only way to do that is to get to the root of your why, or why you perceive certain things a certain way, and getting to the root of your intentions, or getting to the root of your emotions, your feelings, and tapping into what really is your tie to spirituality or spirit, because that is going to be the guide for you when it comes to receiving, or when it comes to communication, because it's like spirit wants to communicate with you. But in order to do so, we have to get ourselves in, the appropriate alignment to do so. I don't know. I feel like I've been talking a lot, but I'm just going to pull a few more cards. Okay, so just Spirit, just give me a few cards that kind of conclude this reading. Spirit, give me a few cards to conclude this reading. All right. So basically, it's like you gotta let go of this defeatist. I don't even know if that's a word, but this defeatist mindset. Sometimes that mindset, it could become really comfortable, and you don't realize it's comfortable because you've been in that process for so long. And Spirit wants you to really cut that out, because you can't really go off of what's happened in the past, because what's happened in the past is in the past, and those are learning experiences, and they're meant for you to take pieces of information and be able to apply it later on in your life, but not relive the same shit that you went through before, or be fearful of what it is that you went through before. It's almost like if you are in a constant cycle of going through the same shit, or having the same patterns in your life. Like, Spirit really wants you to get to the root cause of those cycles, because those cycles have a root cause. And once you get to the root cause, you'll be able to fix those things. This portal is about breaking habits that keep you in a cycle that no longer supports your growth. Okay, if you want to get out of a stagnant place, or if you want to see something different, you have to act different. Okay, you have to want different, and really, really want it. Not say I want different, but do the same shit over and over again. Because it's almost like you're afraid to really open yourself up to new possibilities because of what's happened in the past, and you're tired of getting hurt over and over again. But legitimately, this is all in your mind. And it's like you have this constant battle of really wanting to break ties with this cycle, and see things anew, and receive something that's a little bit more different than what you've dealt with in the past. But you can't do that if you don't allow yourself to. So, basically, I feel like that's kind of what I've been getting to, or talking about this whole time, is really about getting to the root cause of your problems. and figuring out how you perceive certain situations. And if there is fear or anxiety wrapped around those things, then you need to figure out why. And once you figure out why, that will be a place for you to kind of cut those ties and do something different. And then you also need to be aware or allow spirit to guide you. Be in a place of receptivity. Because when you're in a place of receptivity and not trying to manipulate or control things, then spirit can guide you to your greatest fulfillment. And that's your intention. You want to have more. But until you allow yourself to have more, or allow spirit to get you to that more, things are going to stay the same. But anyways, I'm going to leave that reading there. Hopefully you're able to get something out of that. Hopefully I didn't come off too preachy or whatever the case may be. But I'll talk to y'all later.